All right, so you said we're live? Team BigBlackFokatoos versus BigBlackCockatoos.
Oh, dire team
Interesting names.
ban.
I believe there is a draft penalty for Big Black
Cockatoos?
Cockatoos. Yes, because NG was a bit late, so they got a 30-second penalty.
Ooh, Radiant team ban.
Spicy. Oh, Visage. Ooh.
Dire team
Okay.
ban.
Wait, a Visage pick already?
Bang.
Ban. Okay, they don't want to play against Ray's Visage. Interesting. All right, so who we have on comms today? Today we have, let's see, me, Crave, and then we have joining me is William Atlas, Hillary. Welcome to the stream. And then third commentator is MZ.
Hey.
MZ, the golden voice, here to commentate game 1 of week 1, BBC versus BBF. So, yeah, we already have the bands. We have NS band from BBC, and then we have Visage Void Spirit band from BBF. Interesting, Void Spirit band. They don't want to give Ray Ho
There's only 10 seconds
Void
left to
Spirit.
pick a hero.
Or do you think that's a
Go,
Void Spirit
dire
potentially
team. Pick
for
'em up,
Justin?
Pick 'em out.
Yeah, interesting.
Tide Hunter.
Nice. Stable.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick 'em
Well,
right.
Tide, TD staple. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I thought wasn't Void one of Windy's go-tos? Strange to see it banned out the gates by their team.
10
That's a good
seconds to
point,
pick your
actually.
hero, you
And I'm not really sure
moron.
that Justin would really prioritize picking the Void
Yeah,
Spirit. So
5 seconds left
that's
now.
actually quite an interesting bad for me, at least.
Radiant team pick.
All right. It's gonna be a Lich for Casper. It looks like the #1 Lich in Rectum, as Lucky likes to say.
Oh, I mean,
You really gotta pick a hero.
Lich
You
is
got 10
Lich.
seconds left.
Reliable. Nothing much to say there. Really.
You better pick your hero.
And like combo it with Tide, it feels like a really strong matchup. You know, you just put the shield of Tide. It's really strong. It's gonna be an
I think they're on
NG.
the team. I think they're on the different team, by the way.
Are they? As in, like, if you steal it from them, it's like quite nice, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dire team ban.
Okay. That's a Windy staple.
Whew,
Yep,
Radiant
good
team
old
ban.
DSP.
Does a Lich Frost Shield reduce Death Prophet's ult?
It should, right? It's all physical damage.
Should.
Because like I know with some items for example, I think Vanguard doesn't block Death Prophet despite being physical damage.
Yeah.
Otherwise that would
Isn't
be
it
broken.
Dire team ban.
Something about damage block is that it doesn't the spirits don't get affected by damage block or something.
Yeah.
But then
Radiant team ban.
Lich's shield is like a full damage resistance reduction, right?
I'm not too sure on the mechanics myself for this.
It's one of those, yeah.
Because like if it really blocks the Death Prophet ult, like that Lich is so important for tower defense and
10
stuff.
seconds to pick your hero, you
Like
moron.
I think level 10 talent is 10%.
Dire team.
So it goes to 70% reduction in damage.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
that's
crazy.
going to make a difference. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nature's Prophet. Actually, I've been a bit out of the picture, but are people running Nature's Prophet as a carry nowadays in BigBlackCockatoo, or is it just more of a because I guess you can run as support. Like in DPC, the people picking Prophet carry.
This will be Danny 4.
Danny.
He's already played it once so far in the previous series they ran.
Sorry, are you talking about the DP or the Nature's Prophet?
Nature's.
Nature's Prophet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they picked the NP, the Nature's Prophet, because they want Divos to play it on 4. He plays it very well. He's very annoying with his teleports around the map, so...
Yeah.
Nice pick for BBC.
Banning out mid heroes on BigBlackFokatoo.
That's right.
I have to say these names for these teams are pretty good.
Originally, the Honjuligans, they decided last minute, just before this game, that they were going to drop us with the name change. So they
Yeah.
went from Honjuligans to Big Black Fokatoos, which is ironic. Having Fok on their team, so. Anyways,
Oh.
bunch of mid bands.
Yeah.
Don't want to get stomped by Justin.
Did,
Really showing that.
did you say Justin was playing Void Spirit now as well?
He's been playing around with the hero.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
I'm not so sure as to the success he's been having, but he has been playing it, so
Yeah,
nice band.
sure. Yeah.
The
Oh,
DK.
wow.
Okay.
Tanky. Another tank
Okay.
frontline.
Stable offlaner.
Yeah. Good initiation with a blink stun. Stun's like reliable 3.25, 75 seconds stun, which is
Pretty high, yeah.
yeah. And I guess one thing they can do is just stun the Tidehunter and then just leave him in team fights or something. Or just go on straight to TP and blow TP up. At the moment, big black Big Black Cockatoo doesn't have that much burst damage though. It's just a Lich and Dragon Knight's Fire Breath. Nature's Prophet doesn't do much damage. You really have to hope your Nature's Wrath jumps onto the hero. So I think they need a bit of a reliable burst, which would go well with the DK.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a great combo right now, right? They're lacking.
Yeah. If I guess if they have a hero that does a lot of damage but requires a setup, that Dragon Knight would be combo quite well with it.
I think the other thing to keep in mind as well is that Dragon Knight isn't hitting the same heights he was a patch ago. He's definitely been hurt a lot by that shard nerf.
I can see at this stage they have quite a push lineup. You have the Nature's Prophet
Dire
4,
team
so
pick.
you'll get to your level 4 thing. And you have a Shadow Shaman counter as well. Both teams having quite good push if they win a team fight. But at this stage, I would say the Dire team fight is stronger than the Radiant, unless the Lich gets off a really good ult.
Oh man, Rick,
And
there's
Nature's
only
Prophet
10
gets off a
seconds
really
left to
good
pick
ult.
a hero.
Otherwise, I think the Dire team fight is stronger.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh, and Medusa. That's also a really good hero because Radiant doesn't have any reliable. Radiant doesn't have any just DPS, like sustained DPS, which Medusa isn't good against, or anti-mage, of course.
Oh man, Rick, there's
That's
only
true.
10
They don't
seconds
have
left
any
to pick a
anti-mage players
hero.
on their team, so even if they wanted to.
Yeah,
You
because
better pick
I don't know
your
if any of
hero.
you
5
watched
seconds.
TPC, but there was a game where RNG picked the offlane anti-mage with a Snapfire, and they made the Medusa go like 0-5 or something, and then they just completely stopped the game.
Dire team ban.
I think they went. Oh, okay. Well, that's the reliable DPS
works.
we were talking about.
The sniper.
And outranges Medusa. Pretty annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, a really great sniper game as well against the DP. It's like DP is
Yeah,
really
it is.
back rating sniper. Yeah, so
You really got to pick
Tide's
a hero. You got 10
like
seconds
a one-hit
left.
jump, right? Like if he doesn't make it work,
Yeah,
it's
5 seconds left now. All
sniper needs right now is good damage in a BKB, and I think he's not got any threats, so they've got to fill that hole.
Yeah, I would like to see something that kind of protects the sniper a bit. The Lich Frost Shield is really strong for that. But your DP goes into the fight, your Nature's ults, and then
Radiant team ban.
I wonder if they'll just the TP will just run forward, or Medusa run forward, or Tidehunter trying to blink forward onto the sniper. If the sniper has good positioning, I guess it prevents that. But at this stage, you still don't have like I'm just thinking like a magic damage mid or something where they can dish out magic damage early mid games so the sniper can farm up.
You better pick your hero.
well, we think of Justin mids and magic damage. There's always Leshrac. Great this game. Good with
Good setup with DK as well.
Yep. Good against Tide. Okay against Death Prophet in the lane.
Yeah. Leshrac fills the hole in the team. It's that they need that hero in the middle of the team. They've already got their front line. They got their back line. They need that brawler.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
Only
5
problem
seconds,
is
Morty.
it's
It'll
like
be
not
fine.
the greatest against Medusa. You know, she buys Skadi and then like it's kind of hard for you to play Lesh. But I can still see Justin picking it if they don't ban it.
Would you ever just
Radiant
itemize
team
around
ban!
it, like get a ghost and Heaven's Halberd or something?
Heaven's Halberd, not so much. You usually want to get the Kaya Sarge because the value you get from the Kaya is just too good on Lesh.
Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
the mana
like,
regen.
Pick it,
Yeah,
cut it.
you could probably buy something like an Ags or something in this game. It's not bad because it's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
physical
Ags.
damage. So
Ags would be
that's-
really strong on Lesh actually. I don't know the cooldown, but it's like, is it like 20 seconds or something? Like it's something quite long for one team fight, but quite good for us. Because that would make the Medusa
10
a Medusa
seconds to pick
doesn't
your
really want to
hero,
get BKB because it's
moron.
it's a sustained long team
5
fight
seconds
hero,
left
right?
now.
If you get a BKB and wears off, like you're relatively weak, and then that Lesh Ags would be quite strong.
I mean, let's be real. Is there really any hero that wants to get a BKB?
I mean, to be like Razor, Razor DP.
Sure.
I mean, I would even consider Sniper probably might need at some point in this game, I suspect.
I think you're sad
Radiant
Ursa
team
so we
pick!
don't get a BKB as well.
Hello. Oh, Spirit Break.
So
Yeah, that looks good against Sniper.
uh
Oh,
Bro,
that's
so
you
it's
choose
sniper
your
mid then.
hero.
Oh, it is a sniper mid. Interesting.
They
Just-
were the Dire were very sure that Sniper was definitely not going to go safely.
Okay, I thought for sure it was going to be a sniper mid. I don't think I've seen Justin play a lot of sniper. I'm not sure how he feels playing it.
I mean, it's a pretty Justin hero, right? You just farm, you do well in lane, you farm, and then you keep farming, and then you hope and you get your team to create space for you. And for what it's worth, Jason's a pretty good space creating carry. Like he's not someone who will hesitate and not TP to fights. Like he will join TP and join fights, from what I see.
Okay.
Well, they picked him the right hero then. Ursa's definitely fits the bill.
Yep. You know,
I mean, yeah. There's
pretty
like
good.
some carries that just don't do that. You know, some carries just purely just farm and keep farming.
Yeah, that is one of my pet peeves at the moment when I play like random pubs. Is when you're mid and you're safe, choose heavy farmers, and your team just is left wondering what to do.
I mean, I guess at this stage, the reason why I was talking about magic is because magic damage, as we all know, doesn't scales pretty well early. So you have you peak quite early in terms of how much damage you can output. Like let's say level 15. While Ursa, at the same time, you still need items, and Sniper, you still need items to do damage. So I guess if you don't kill people, like your die team will just roll them over. I suspect. Ursa's really easy to kite. Sniper needs gold.
Yeah, Ursa will struggle against DP in particular, and getting kited by SB.
And there's a lot of disables as well on Dire. At this stage, I mean, I would probably favor Dire's draft. I like the Ursa pick if it was another mid or carry, but like maybe against the arc, so you can kind of split the. I feel like your two cores, your 1 and 2 core, always has to be like different in magic versus physical, because if you do too physical, like your draft can just be countered by armor items in some way, or just a bit more HP or a bit more kite early game.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think you fall into that trap and then it can get pretty easy to counter.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they win lanes, Radiant, then they do have the heroes to win lanes with.
The only thing I'm a little I definitely agree Dire's got the tighter draft in terms of they're setting out an objective, they can take objectives on their cooldowns, but they do have the low cooldowns, and Radiant can potentially abuse that with sustained split or sustained push.
Nature's Prophet, super annoying.
Just keep on the lanes in. But then I think the Spirit Breaker, honestly, has kind of plugged a hole there. So we'll see.
Yeah, like the Spirit Breaker will be so annoying for Sniper. Like even if he just kind of gets some spells and just right clicks and just target Sniper and then isolate Sniper from the rest of the fight. If your Sniper gets isolated from the rest of the fight, you actually don't have that much damage on Radiant. Like I would just say, Yeah, I would just say, you know, Spirit Breaker, get HP, like braces, and then get your Silver Edge, and then just keep jumping Sniper every fight.
Yeah. Get a yours, jump in the back lines, disrupt
Yeah.
him, save yourself, get out. No.
Yeah.
No. Here we go.
Well, we have the Radiant team. We have Justin on his Sniper mid against Windy on his Death Prophet. Who do you think will win this lane?
I think
favorite in my opinion, right?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a farm fest, honestly. I think Justin already went the shrapnel build. You know, he didn't go for like the full bully build where he just like kind of right-click the enemy hero down. You play a lot of sniper, right? So yeah, what really determines whether you go the shrapnel build or whether you get the other two spells?
Well, if you're trying to go for a First Blood team gank, you definitely get the shrapnel first. That's what trapped me last time. I don't know. The take aim build is interesting, but I think I still prefer the shrapnel build because it just gives you more options with farming camps and flash and that sort of thing. So unless you know you can completely dumpster the other hero, I think shrapnel's safer. But if you can outplay them, and you're willing to take the risk, headshot, take aim, you can just peek them to death.
Okay. All right. So looking away.
So you do it. So just to clarify, you actually do it based on the lane rather than who you're versing on. Then is that correct?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Enough about mid lane. What about this bot lane? This Ursa Lich versus this Tide and this Fierce Spirit Breaker. What do we think about this lane? I mean,
like Radiant has a pretty good kill lane, right? I think both team has a pretty okay kill lane. You have your Spirit Breaker, but I would still marginally give it to the Radiant because Lich is such a strong hero. Ursa, like Lich can slow with Frost Blast and then use Frost Sinister Gaze and Frost Shield as well on the Ursa. Ursa does a lot of damage. Radiant Dire's all physical damage that get close, and Ursa can just right click and then kind of zone them out as well.
I don't really see how Radiant give up kills here unless they really misplay.
Yeah, I think they would just go on the Lich. I would just actually ignore the Ursa. Just selectively get kills on the Lich when you can. Charge, Gush, Anchor Smash. Just run onto him, burn his mana HP regen, and then leave Ursa by himself in lane, which makes it quite hard for him to know what to do. Yeah, otherwise a Dire team. But one thing that Dire does have is the Anchor Smash is pretty strong against Ursa, but I guess it only reduces base damage and not stack damage.
I mean it's okay, right? It's I do feel like Ursa could be punishing this Tide a little bit heavier, but
I mean Ursa is historically a pretty bad counter, right? So to Tide at least.
Yeah. Oh, charge mid. Here we go. Cancel.
Yeah. All right. So
they have the vision.
Spoken about the other two lanes. What about the top lane? This Devos, Furion, and DK lane against the Deucer Shaman. Isn't that a pretty weird lane, having a DK and an NP in your lane, like as a lane?
I think so, in a sense that you're not actually like Nature's Prophets. I think is a lane dominator, right? But DK doesn't do all that much apart from a stun. Just a bit of an odd thing, like. I guess what you can win lane by pulling camps and stuff. I would have thought Dire. Did you see Dire blocking the large camp?
No, Stu's been pulling it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, you would want the Dire to block this large camp so the Radiant can't pull.
Devos actually trying to stack it. Already at a triple stack, so that hard camp.
Man, they just got some of that first blood going.
They're going on. They keep going on him.
My claws are red with the gore of first blood.
Hanju also doesn't have the Kraken Shell as well, so the Kraken Shell at least could proc to dispel the dispel the slow. But he doesn't have that. I think it's like most people wouldn't want to level Kraken Shell so early, but I think in a team where you're against Ursa, which has Earthshock, and you have the Frost Blast, I think it's worth at least getting one level, so you don't get just chain slowed.
Okay, so nice.
600 is a huge damage threshold, though. That's most of HP at the moment.
Yeah. Also gives you a bit of damage block, which is helpful. At this stage, like, I guess what I mean is like even if you get an extra level of Anchor Smash, you're not going to. It's not going to affect your lane that much. Well, that thing, the Kraken Shield could be something that saves you. He's using a lot of mana, but yeah. We're at 5 minutes now. It's only 1 kill. Both teams are just kind of happy chilling. They're actually going top. They're surrounding the Medusa, Shackle onto DK. That's good blocking by D-Boss.
That's really good blocking. Well played.
But you can see why they don't do that much damage.
I mean, that's exactly what you're talking about, right? It's like if that wasn't a decaf, that was maybe like I don't know, a Dawn, just putting it out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a kill. But
I'm always in favor of killing off lane, like like a killing off lane where you have one person do like damage and one person do a lot of slow or disable. And I would say something like, you know, if it was DK, I would put a something like a Skyrack where you do a lot of magical damage. So you're stunned and you keep chasing them down. While if it was a DK, if it was an NP, then you want something that has a bit more damage as a off lane.
Yeah. Weren't these their opening picks? Or no, it was Lich.
Yeah, it was Tidehunter Lich.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Tidehunter Lich Prophet, and then Tidehunter, and then Lich Prophet, and then
so they
DK.
put the DK third, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe there's something I'm not seeing. I mean, I guess the main bonus here is that DK's not. He's just going to farm, so it's a stable lane.
Yeah. And then probably try to rush his blink, and then fight with the blink.
Yeah, and with the Prophet, they'll be able to.
Oh, they're going on top again. You're going. Oh, that's a good block again. Kenny doesn't have any more. Oh, actually does. Yeah, he just used his stick. Oh, they're surrounding
on the other hand, that hero can die.
Oh, you didn't need to move it. He would have killed him. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They give me the kill to Danny.
Oh,
Return kill with the snake.
Yeah, 1 for 1. Pretty nice for the Medusa, who's having a pretty rough
Windy
play.
is moving bot. Not a lot of HP.
And not a lot of mana either.
Let's have an arc into
Big on to Jason. Jason doesn't have ult. He has a stick, he has boots. Oh, that's a really timely bash. Oh, they got tricked. But he's probably gonna die.
No way. Yeah.
Oh, that was actually really close at the end. Probably like half a second more.
Structures are fortified.
Early gank from Windy into an early tower push with the Arcane Rune Exo.
Still has a frost shield. Yep. I'll just see if it actually reduces it. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's doing a lot of damage. We'll see.
So what do you think about these early rotations from Windy, like as a DP? Getting the bot tower. They're using the
He was doing this a lot in the last season, right? He was almost on point every 7 or 8 minutes. He'd go bot.
Yeah, it's a very standard move for like Windy as a mid player. You know, he likes to make those rotations early. Once he gets to level 6, he'll always go for this kind of gank, right? There's a lot of other mids, you know, they like sitting in the lane, farming.
And I think it's good in this game because I think Justin is not someone who will TP to defend the tower. He doesn't, like, as a sniper, it's probably not in his best interest either. And he would just get that. It would be a free rotation for him.
Justin TP.
Who's TP top?
Going to Kenny. Oh, do they have disable? Oh, good. They used it.
Medusa doesn't have her ult, so.
She's dead. Yep, very standard for Medusa not to get the ult. But in that case, you know, you really would have liked to have ult there.
I'm a fan. Like, your one level in, like, Mana Shield or Split Shot, like, 10% extra damage on a 99 damage hit right click is really 10 more damage. I'm not sure if... I would say Stone Gaze is definitely much more useful. Even if you survive a gank, like, that will pay itself off. I just think Medusa's ult is so strong, and...
It is. Would you treat it like a... Cause
just 1 second, they're going top? Oh, okay. Fierce.
Well, you know, if he had more balls, I wouldn't have to worry about the fact that he'd back off. But
yeah, now Radiant
he's looking though.
Oh, actually, the TPing the Tidehunter. But they still don't have too much damage though.
Lich is
Like,
actually
they're not,
level 6.
I don't think they're gonna kill this DK. This DK is standing.
Where's the high fives? They were just looking at each other. May as well.
I like how the DK was just running between the 3 heroes, just keep running forward the ice shield, and everyone's just ignoring him. I think that's one of the things. So you just need, like, I feel like sometimes teams lack damage, and this is one of the examples where I guess, yeah. Now they're just gonna keep pushing again, though.
Yep. This is that sustained push with the DK profit. Yeah.
So 100 TP top didn't have mana for Ravage, now he's taking Medusa stacks.
Good old Punji. Oh,
Oh, they smoked as well. I wonder what they're ganking with those two.
I assume this is for sniper, but
That's
Spirit
a
Breaker
big
gave it
commitment.
away.
Middle tower's
Oh,
under
no.
attack.
What?
He's cancelled. Now he's wait 14 seconds. Hold.
What unusual gank.
Well, DP ults up, so it's a good time.
DP's wanting to go. Here we go.
I think Radiant actually saw that smoke, so Justin knows something's up.
Oh yeah, there was
Well,
this,
I mean-
there was a ward there.
They 100% could kill him with those 3 heroes, but
Oh, they see him. They see Fierce.
I was just wondering, he's gone.
Oh,
Dire's bottom tower's
oh, he's gonna die.
that is ruthless.
Oh, Honji gets stunned. Ice Frost slowing him down. NP TPing in. Sprout is gonna be there. DK ult deployed. Cyborg Santa walks up the
Wow,
hill.
dude, what a 5.
top
Just
tower's under
sacrifices himself for the team.
Sacrifices, I mean, was that really necessary? I think Tide was, he was pretty fine there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ty has phase boots, so.
So that might just translate into a mid tower.
That hesitation, I feel like with
Dire's
the
middle tower's
DP
under
ult, the
attack.
Tide ult, and the Spirit Breaker, they could have dove and killed their sniper
He was
before
dead
he
for sure.
Coming in, 100's still smoked. The tower's nearly gone. Stun.
Hey,
Dire's middle
Going in.
Rabbit!
Oh, that's a really good chain frost. Going in. Getting down, going onto the DK.
He should die, but it's going to take a long time.
He's gone! Oh no! He was sprouted the DK. Throws a
Oops,
whoops
indeed.
and a tip from his teammate.
Oh, Indy's TPing. Oh, what? They don't want the mid tower yet. They
He's taking my
might not be-
donation.
So people's griefing a bit.
What do we think about the Ursa's item build?
If it's anything that's not a diffusable, I will be quite sad. It's a
Yeah,
diffusable.
it's diffusal.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's-
okay.
Yep.
Against the Medusa, the diffusal gets a lot of value. Sometimes you want to get the mask so you can rush a bit early and you can sustain, but
Looks like that's next item on the way.
And it's good against
I-
Medusa as well, right? Like,
Yeah,
the mana burn.
absolutely. I would also like to see a Halberd coming out from DK at some point.
Pull roots and run.
Yeah, sure. I think Halberd on Radiant is a super value item against Medusa.
for sure.
Anju just casually walking out. I think yeah, like as a if you're gonna play one Ursa, like I think you could consider Battle Fury and stuff, but as a 2, like this game, the Ursa is definitely the 2 and the Sniper's 1. So I think if you're not getting something that helps you fight and team fights earlier, then you're really just griefing your team. Unless the die doesn't take advantage of it, which they haven't really yet. They took bot tower and they haven't done too much else since.
Alright, so a lot of heroes gathering top. Tide is just walking around. He's gonna be able to farm his creep.
Denied.
I mean, DP is in the area, doesn't have ult though. DK's gonna walk up the ramp. So, yeah, DK doesn't care, just farming these camps, playing very aggressively. I like it. It's got max passive or level 3 passive.
DP's tipping bot. They're going to Danny. So they have silence as well.
That's probably a dead fucker. But TP's to the dead lane, dies instantly.
The positioning from this DK, man. He knows they can't kill him. He's I'm just going to take your jungle.
Yeah.
And Ursa's just assault and just taking Roche at the moment. Medusa's here, but Medusa doesn't have much items.
He's gonna get cold feet and run away. Scared of the tide.
Tommy's going in. Oh, Hanju killed.
Now you're
The
fish.
shackles into the tide. You know, that's a lot of damage. So
Radiant's bottom tower is
Casper
under
caught out a
attack.
bit under the ward. Gets picked up.
Fortune's changed.
And we have travels from Windy. That's how he was able to get bot so fast.
Oh, he's going on to DK. DK's gonna get
Oh,
stunned on.
Sniper's on the high ground, dealing a lot of damage.
I picked it up.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Oh, that was a bit of a slow stun. That stun could have
So
saved.
that's a dead sniper there. I think.
Oh, this could be a team fight.
Genji's here.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a few HP.
Oh, huge lich
Oh,
ult!
that lit shot. Oh,
Fuck you.
Huge.
damage at the moment.
Also, big 5v5.
Oh, that's an ambitious TP.
Yeah. So Dusa comes to a fight, dies.
That was a
That's gonna be-
huge lich ult.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could have been even better. Like, it actually bounced to Honju on the right instead of bouncing
Yeah.
between the Dusa and the Shadow. I mean, the Lich. And then it was next to-
Ursa.
Yeah. Ursa's gonna get
Right,
screwed.
back to what I was doing before.
Yeah, I think one of the mistake was that like the Spirit Breaker charged in, and the Shrapnel actually slowed him, so he couldn't get to the DK. But the sniper was just hitting them, and then Hanju couldn't go in. And when Hanju ult, the Spirit Breaker already died. So unfortunately, it was just a really bad timing.
Oh, let me tell you that Roshan, he just delivered
Ooh,
what you
he
needed for the
cleared
Radiant.
out, yeah. So Roche and they get a kill mid.
I mean, that is the one downside of rushing Boots of Travel, right? Like, he's really fragile right now.
Yeah.
His survivability is entirely his movement speed, so he caught out 1 second, he's dead.
Mm.
Yeah, I have to say I'm not a fan of getting a boost of travel first. If you're a hero that relies on running in, like if you're a hero that kind of holds back and throws spells out, like I think it kind of makes sense. Like, for example, Lena or something, if you have the good spacing. But as a DP, like you need to go in with your ult.
Yeah, and I think it's also like, it's something you can get away with if you know you've got a lot of heroes like already creating stuff for you that you can come in second or third. But if you're the only one with the net worth on the team, which you know he kind of is at the moment, because Deuce's 8,000 doesn't mean much really right now. He has to be able to go in, and he can't. He just gets shredded.
Yeah, I think they probably missed a bit of the. I actually feel the Dire missed a bit of their timing. So I think their next timing is really waiting for the Skadi on the Medusa, and that's when they'll get strong.
Yeah.
And because especially now when they have the Ursa Aegis.
Top tower getting pressure. There's no. Oh, maybe the DP.
Oh, they're coming in, but
Looks like this might be a fight.
oh,
sure.
Stu put down wards for. Don't know. Not sure.
I think he wanted to try trap him, but he missed
The
it.
seeds of
But I think Ursa has phase. He can just walk out. And Ursa also has Earth Shock as well. Could kind of leap out.
Mm.
I like the
So,
ambition.
Yeah. The thought
my
that
level
counts,
improves.
right?
That's all that matters. Yep.
just what I've been waiting for.
All right. So Radiant in a very good position to.
Oh, they see the DK, but they're right-clicking DK. This Fierce is kind of in between. He might actually just die soon. He just needs to turn around and stun. Yeah, and then Casper grabs. Ursa goes in and right-clicks him.
Oh, that's unfortunate lich ult that time.
Medusa is running in. He's not care.
Oh,
but
that's a
there's-
good stun by Hanju. But there's so many shreds around. See, Jason still has. Oh yeah, they killed.
Here's Sniper.
Danny. DP died. Sniper's just out at the below right clicking.
I don't know how many misses that Sniper did, but it looked like it was a lot.
Yeah, Kenny's come in and really doesn't have too much at the moment. It's being chased down.
Oh, Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, unfortunately it didn't.
Killing spree. Whoa!
With that fight, it's gonna be a
Boy,
3 for
Dire's
2.
bottom tower's getting hit.
Yeah,
That force field leads
2
me to
cores
believe
of
that
die
Dire
going
is
down,
gonna
so
find their
definitely a win
structure.
for Radiant.
yeah. I think Medusa. I think Dai, you really just want to wait until Yeah, I mean, fighting against an Ursa with the Aegis is a bit ambitious, especially
Mm.
where they're a bit behind. You're committing so much to kill the Ursa.
Oh, jeez, Morty, they're going after Dyer's bottom
But I guess the
tower.
next fight should be much easier.
Ooh,
without-
Dyer, you
without
gotta
it.
fortify them, their structures. Good work.
They do have the ways to kill the Ursa as well. They just somehow silence him. The Ursa would actually just die.
Charge onto mid, fierce.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Well,
Casper showing why he's the number one lich.
Dyer's bottom tower
Nice
is
reaction.
destroyed.
Yeah, I know.
And Sentry Walls.
Regeneration.
5 century
Ooh,
words.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Anyway.
attack.
Alright, so Radiant occupying the Dire jungle. Triangle, I mean. Medusa really wants to farm that. And that's really a result of, like, you know, them losing all the towers really early, right? With the DK, with the NP, the pressure they have. You know, they really want to farm up the Medusa, kind of slow down the game, but this tempo from the Radiant is quite strong. They're actually going to go on to Medusa right now.
Who has a blink
Dyer's
now?
middle tower is under attack.
Or is it...
Oh, that's a good stun on the Ursa. Oh, 100 didn't
Oh
have.
boy, Dyer's middle tower is under
Oh, that's
attack.
good grab. Still no mana, so they're still chasing, but they don't have much stuff to use. 100 doesn't have mana either. They go into DK. DK with Frost Shield, probably quite low yield.
He's dominating.
Oh my god.
Windy's coming in. I think Windy is probably the main damage that they need. Danny's TP, they could just fight. Yeah.
Sniper's here.
Yeah. Like, Sniper's here, they need to go out. They need to use ult out now and just run. I think it's worth it. Getting a buyback on DK and then just go out. It's the right play.
Oh man, what a wonky fight. I mean, honestly, I thought that was good for the
Oh,
Dire.
They're bad.
Yeah, honestly thought it was good for Dire, and then suddenly it turned around, and then they were running. So it was
Dyer's
a
middle
strange,
tower
strange
is
fight.
under attack.
I think they
Okay.
did what they needed to do, right? Like, they got the DK buyback. I think going any more with a sniper there
It's gone.
and unable to jump the sniper is a bit
that
hard.
sentry just misses the award.
Oh,
How unfortunate. And now there's what, 2 sentries placed on top of each other? Double or nothing.
Justin's also getting an MKB.
The Prophet has a right back and is much richer than the
Yep.
Tide.
Tired, not having
Yeah.
a very good game.
This Prophet has, I've been like kind of watching his movements on the side,
Dyer's
and
top
like
tower is under
most
attack.
of the reason Radiant's cause have had such a free game is just the pressure this Prophet's putting on the map. He's not doing a whole lot in fights, but boy, Radiant have such a good idea of where Dire are right now. Crazy.
They smoked? Oh. So Windy
Dyer's
like
top
they
tower is
broke
under
smoke.
attack.
I think the Dire haven't made that impressive
Dyer's top
of
tower is
smoke
under
games
attack.
at this stage, which I think would have
Dyer's top
actually
tower is
separated them
fallen.
early game. They have the disables and the damage early game. And they have the mobility as well that the Radiant doesn't.
And I think that's a good point. We saw a lot of, you know, bad moves onto the sniper that didn't really work out.
Yeah.
I mean, if one of them
Dyer's
worked
top
out,
tower
I
is
think this
under
game would
attack.
look probably very different, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But I also want to just, yeah, I think we mentioned it before, but I think Windy going the travels first hasn't,
Dyer's top
like,
tower is
I
under
saw
attack.
one gank, but outside of that, like, it hasn't been, like I still think a BKB would have been more impactful. Just getting an early BKB with phase or something, and then you can always go to a travels later. Because at the moment, like, yeah, he just needs to be able to stay in the fight and do damage and stuff. Because Medusa's not there yet. When Medusa gets the Skadi, it's a bit of a different story. And he's actually still, and he's only 1,200 away now, thankfully.
Gold and sweet.
Yeah, I think it's left a bit of a hole in their game plan. Like things are gonna line up on Medusa and Death Prophet like a little bit later than they could have.
And I think unfortunately that little bit later lost them the Roshan and lost them the fight
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, and Radiant kind of just took it and ran with it because there was nothing holding them back.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate, but that's where Dota is. That's why it's so fucking interesting, right? It's like those little things.
Yeah. I mean, 100 now has Axe, which is pretty strong against the Radiant team. Since the Radiant team has 2 melee cores, they kind of just
They
rely
are
on them.
literally looking.
They're going in. They're going in. Oh, Hanju blinked, ran in and used that dodge thing. And they're out.
They didn't
I
go
think
in.
Hanju should have maxed
Dyer's middle tower
Gosh
is
if he
under
was going to go
attack.
Ags. He maxed Kraken Show instead.
It was a. Who's this shot caller?
This will come in handy.
Do you know?
Probably should be Kenny, right?
Right, Fierce.
I'm gonna Radiant on Dire.
For Die, it'll be Fierce until Kenny gets fat, and then he makes the calls after that.
Right.
Yes, for sure. Fierce is the one
Oh yeah, that's right.
dictating a lot of things.
I think yeah, like it's just a bit confusing if you get Ags and you only had level 2. Oh gosh.
Time for Rush.
Yep, and this should be a free uncontested rush for Radiant. I don't think Dire in any position to fight right now.
Yeah, that Prophet is pushing.
Yeah. If we only had a BKB, like it's a maybe, but or if they catch up the sniper actually, but I doubt they will. I don't think they're brave enough at this stage to do that 100 like that. They don't have vision. The ward sees them. 100's there. Gosh, 100 might die here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Kraken procced instantly, but just got right click down. So much damage. Kenny.
Oh, Medusa.
Medusa's gonna be in trouble.
Oh, that's a really good block. Although there was a lot of stuff there. Windy's just gonna
His
die.
sniper
Oh,
is so fat.
Oh.
Man, this guy's dominating.
Alright, this game's looking like done. If it keeps going on like this, we're gonna dive Medusa.
Yeah. No, I'll do it.
Oh, but he didn't get the T4s. And I did
How many trees there are?
If they all turn to stone and they trap those, it's kind of fucking up.
yeah, that's it. Oh, Jason.
Oh, I should get it.
Hey, I have a question. Have you guys seen Sniper use as a sniper?
Not even one. Oh!
Oh,
No BKB.
oh, Windy.
That's less time peeping them.
That's actually good.
Oh, that's good. Oh, he has a shot.
Here we go.
Oh,
This is gonna be a rampage.
hey, go! Benji, come on, look for your carry. Get in there.
800 HP, come on.
Ah,
Come on, Justin.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Come on, front line for your carry. Not getting the rampage was the.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
that's some soy boy shit right there. Come on, man.
Huh?
Just leap in. Just give it to him, man. Let him rotate.
Dyer's middle tower
Well, Tide's doing his very best to hold, but it looks like it will actually be GG. I don't think there's any way to defend this. Fierce goes in, probably gonna die instantly to the sniper.
I love it, Morty. Oh, I love it.
Fuck is alive, but I mean, there's really not a lot of damage. Justin is just hitting third. He does not care. He wants this W.
Dyer's ancient's under attack.
Medusa's going in.
NG is getting out.
And she's trapped.
Going in. Good kill Danny.
Profit. Bad luck.
Sniper.
Oh, she can't even get close to him.
Yeah, that's sniper. What a
Need a BKB.
Holy shit. They would be on
and Radiant smell blood. They want this game to be done. Scotty or sniper. That's just
I think when Sky comes out, it's GG.
because they got a triple kill.
That's
Yeah.
the fixing sniper's win rate this tournament. Now sniper looks like a good hero again.
I died once, then it was game over.
Amazing hero, amazing KD. Twice this whole tournament.
That's 2 deaths across 2 games.
I know.
That's impressive.
What a hero. First man.
That's pretty funny. I remember that game. You died once and the game was over. That was pretty funny. Anyways, so yeah, that's game 1 over. Any final words before we go on to the next game? Taking a look at the graphs, I mean, seems like for the most part, Radiant was in control up after the 15-minute mark. They just had everything. You had the Ursa, the sniper.
It just felt like Dire didn't do anything about the sniper. They tried, but there was that one game committal where they just kind of stood around. I think that was the key. They needed to land that one to slow down the sniper.
They totally could have gotten away with it, I think. I don't know, maybe they didn't see where Radiant were and they didn't come in it. I'm not sure. But they definitely had the ability to get.
And then after that, Sniper just had a kind of like a free game.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, Justin, Monster Sniper game, takes game 1 for BBC. Yeah, we'll be seeing you guys in game 2. Stay tuned in 15 minutes. All right.